We're standing out here on the west shore of Onondaga Lake near the West Shore Trail in an area that's still known as Maple Bay, and that name comes from the fact that there used to be a resort here, one of many resorts that were along the shore of Onondaga Lake at one time, along the northwest shore. Down the road just a little bit, down the trail a little bit, would have been the Long Branch Resort, and then behind me, going all the way down toward the city, Rockaway, Pleasant Beach, White City, which was quite the amusement park down near the state fairgrounds. And these all developed after the Civil War as the population of Syracuse grew, and there were sort of enough people to support these resorts. Initially, the way people got over was by steamboat from the south shore of the lake down near where Carousel Mall is, Destiny USA. They take a steamboat across, and each one of these resorts had a pier. They really took off, though, in the 1890s and the first decade of the 20th century, when the electric railways got extended out from the city out to this area. And you could, for less expensive than going on a steamboat, a lot faster, get on one of those trolley cars and ride out to these resorts during the summer months. And they had dancing pavilions and bowling alleys and rides. And they sort of reached their heyday in that 1890 to sort of World War I era. After that, things started to decline. To a degree, that was because of the pollution and growing pollution on Onondaga Lake and the increasing size of the waste beds along the shoreline here. One of the other factors was the arrival of the automobile, and the fact that people, when they had automobiles and their own transportation, they weren't locked into having to take the public transportation. They could drive to other parts of the Finger Lakes or the Thousand Islands or other resorts that were around up on Onondaga Lake or whatever. And between the pollution and then eventually the decline of the electric railways and the mobility that people had with their automobiles, these resorts slowly faded and closed one by one, and almost all trace of them is been removed from the landscape here. Long Branch was the longest, lasted until the late 1930s, but again, most of the buildings have been torn down there. There isn't anything really left except would be archaeological remains. But we can come here and we can look at some of the historic photos and see sort of the same view of Onondaga Lake that those people would have seen 100 or so years ago when they were out here enjoying the summer resorts of Onondaga Lake.